Welcome to Getting to Know You. I think you probably recognize the place that I'm and Abdul Cole are in. It's in his domain.
Yes, it is.
Abdul is the Assistant Director of Dining Services here at Stonebridge, if I have to announce that to anyone who doesn't already know. But I'm glad to be able to have this chance to talk to you in this beautiful sunshine. I feel like I'm waiting for Sunday brunch to show up. I think a lot of people would like that.
Yes,
And also we're all alone here with Jeff Teener, our executive producer, and Jock McFarland, who's doing the taping. And usually this room is, I think we still remember it, even though it's been a year, it was always so nice at night to hear the sound level and everybody having a good time talking to each other. So when people heard I was going to interview you today, you know what everybody asks? Does he know when we'll all be able to come back again? And I said, I don't think I should ask him that question.
Pretty soon, hopefully.
But I can ask you a question that we're all interested in, and that is, how did you get into dining services? Did you always have an interest in food, or?
Honestly, I did not have an interest in food. I was 22, I believe, and I picked up this job as a part-time job as a waiter. Started working here.
Yeah, when did you start?
I've been here 15 years, so.
Oh, right from the beginning.
Yes, so 15 years last August.
Uh-huh.
So like I said, one of my friends was working here and told me about it. I came in. I was just working here until Ed Chapman came around, and he opened my eyes into getting more involved and getting into the business. So that's pretty much me being in the business and staying here this long is all credit to him.
Uh-huh. So you were here through all the early days and the.
Yes.
So
yes,
you
I
can
was.
tell the whole story.
Yes, ma'am.
So now it seems like Ed and the chef, Paul, and you are kind of a team, and you each have sort of different responsibilities.
Yes.
So what's in your package of responsibilities?
Well, I help with the day-to-day operations of the dining room, kitchen, cafe. I help with the schedule. I schedule the wait staff, dietary aides. I do the paper order. I'm in charge of the point of sale system that we use. So with the bills, everything, I rectify it every week, and just anything that Ed needs, I'm his right-hand man. So that's pretty much my main thing, is just taking pressure off of him and just being here wherever I'm needed.
Yeah, it sounds like sort of operations. And one of the things that people are appreciative of are the staff here and how respectful they are and so on. You probably have responsibility for the whatever the training is, or did it yourself or so on. How would you characterize that? How do you help the staff be nice to us?
Well, I created a training manual about 5 years ago that for the wait staff that they go by. So once they come in for orientation, we'll give them a manual and also train them. I've trained Falone in my methods, so now she's the dining room manager, and she takes care of more of the training. I'm still hands-on, but I let her run the show, and I just stay in the back and make sure everything is running how it's supposed to be.
And do they have like a period of time when they're working with an experienced person to sort of?
Yeah, you'll get trained when you first start. A week and a half of training, so they'll be paired up with somebody for a week and a half, and so they just go, every day they come in, they go through the motions of doing their side work. We have a side work list that needs to be completed when they come in, and also a closing side work list.
But there's a coaching.
Yes, a
involved.
week and a half.
Right.
We give you a week and a half to buddy up with somebody, and then after that week and a half, we'll see the progression that you've made, and after that we'll put you by yourself. But even when you go by yourself, we still are watching over that person.
So it's really a month practically.
Yeah, pretty much, yes.
Yeah. Okay.
But it's always, I always preach teamwork. So none of my wait staff are left alone. So if even the ones that are trained, that's been here years. Back in the day, before COVID, it will be a lot of residents coming in around 5:30. So we'll get packed, and some people get a little rattled, but that's why I'm always out here. Filona's always out here, so we all help each other out.
Yeah, good. Well, you know, when I ask people, because I have experience with my husband, food service and skilled nursing, and Taylor Commons, and I know people in assisted living, and when I told a couple of people, name them, but they were all just praising you because you somehow managed to make that all work. And it seems very complicated if you think about special diets and so on. But everybody seems to think that you know exactly what to do in each one of their units. So.
Yes, yeah, well, they all do
so
have
tell us about that.
Well, they all do have a special, we have a diet listing for each of the residents that are in TC, assisted living, and the skilled nursing unit. So if there's something they can't eat, the dietary aide always make sure they look at the diet listing every day. So if their food has to be chopped, food will be chopped. If it needs to be pureed, it will be pureed. So it's just pretty much a Bible that we go through. So we don't hurt anybody up there because that's the main issue.
Yeah, but still, each unit sort of has a different way of serving, but also it's 3 meals a day.
Yeah, definitely. they get the breakfast, lunch, and dinner up there, but it's all due to the staff and the planning. Ed Chapman has a great program, so it's all due to him. We're trained and planned, and we pay attention to detail. That's the one thing he preaches over and over: attention to detail.
Well, people notice. You should be really happy with how happy they are about what's going on. So, so where did you grow up, Abdul? Do you live around here?
I do live around here. I grew up in Somerset, New Jersey, but I'm originally from Sierra Leone, West Africa. I moved here when I was 12 with my whole family, but I grew up in Somerset. I went to Franklin High School.
Good place.
Graduated there, and I reside in Edison now, so it's 30 minutes away.
Not too far.
Yeah, I've been around here pretty much.
Now, do you take courses or go off to see what other people are doing or serving, or does that interest you?
Courses,
or do you have to take something to be certified? Or
I'm one class actually away from getting my certified dietary manager. So I'll be done with that at the end of spring. So I'll be certified, and I can actually be an executive director if I wanted to.
Terrific. Don't think about going any other place. As long as they give you the initials behind your name here, right? It's like becoming a doctor or something.
Yes,
so, I was wondering if, because of the pandemic and not being able to go to the dining room and having all those papers filled out in advance, rather than people coming in the dining room door and you not really knowing what they're going to order, has that helped you gain an insight into what people here like at Stonebridge more in a better way than if you just waited for them to order it in the dining room?
Yeah, it's been a help, honestly, because now I was talking to Ed Chapman a couple of days ago. It's better for us now because purchasing is is much better. 'Cause now we know we need 80 fish for tonight. We need 20 beefs.
Yeah.
So the ordering, there's no waste. So
that's good.
really been it's really been a blessing in disguise, and it's really been working for us. So like knowing what residents are ordering ahead of time makes a big difference, and it helps out. And also, if you've been in here since we reopened, service is the best it's ever been, because we know exactly what you're ordering. You sit down, you get your the free wine that's available now. So if you haven't been in the dining room, please come down. The wine is on at Chapman. Okay. Beer also, if you like. All right. But it's really been helpful, and it's made the service really, really the best that it's ever been.
Yeah, no, I've noticed that. It's nice for them to just anticipate what you're going to have and so on and so on. So now, do you know what the top 3 desserts are that people like here?
Top 3 desserts. Whew.
I mean, since you've been counting fish and beef.
Tiramisu is always a
I
big
would have
hit.
guessed that.
There's also a chocolate tart that we've been having for brunch a lot. That also goes. And baked apples. Baked apples always.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Oh, that's good to know.
Always
that
a big hit.
Yeah, something healthy.
Yes.
as opposed to that deadly chocolate. So now I'm going to ask you a question. When you're not working, do you go out to eat at a restaurant? And if you do, can you recommend it? Or if you don't, do you cook at home, and what do you like to cook? You can
Ooh.
take your choice.
Before the pandemic, I did go out a lot to eat, but I haven't really been out since the pandemic. But
Yeah, I guess that nobody really has.
I cook at home more. I like my favorite dish to make will be pasta, shrimp.
Yeah, we get a lot of shrimp here.
Pasta with shrimp with a light sauce, a creamy sauce. I can make a good pasta
You
dish.
can.
Yes.
Okay. All right. So if you see that on the menu, it might be influenced by you.
No.
No.
I'm just, I'm not ready for that yet.
Do you remember? You mentioned you came from Sierra Leone. Do you remember any special food there? I'm amazed at how much people are adventuresome in wanting to learn and eat foods from different countries, or don't you? You came too soon.
No, I still go back every year
Oh,
before the pandemic. Yeah, I have a lot of family back there, so there's a variety of stuff. Jollof rice, that's my favorite.
What is that?
Jollof, it's like a paella, like the texture, in a rice. We just make the rice just like that, and have meats on it. It's pretty good.
Yeah, I don't know my geography very well. If Sierra Leone isn't near the water, is it?
It is. It's West Africa.
West Africa.
Yes.
Okay. Over by.
Right by Liberia and Guinea.
Oh, so that they have access to the sea for
Yes.
seafood and yeah. So that's the shrimp. They have shrimp there too?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, okay. Well, maybe you would sometime for some special reason use some of your flavors and let us know that it's a special shrimp or
Definitely.
something. So what are you planning anything new for the opening when it comes?
We have ideas.
But you don't want to reveal yet.
We not yet.
Okay.
Hopefully, I don't know the percentage of everybody that got the vaccine, but if it's a very high percentage, we
I'm
have
going to
something.
turn to Jeff. You said it was 100%.
Okay. Well, if it's 100%, then
So
with the
it might be
CDC
soon.
coming out saying if you are vaccinated, you can mingle around other people that are vaccinated. I'm pretty sure we should be opening more up in the dining room pretty soon.
Okay.
And we look forward to seeing everybody.
Yeah, and I think people look forward to seeing everybody, including all of you and the staff and each other. So it must have been really a difficult task for you to be able to serve everybody in their apartments and have it be so reliable. There are very few people who tell me they don't get what they ordered, and I just can't imagine how you can keep everything straight. But I guess your team is pretty good at doing that. So.
Yeah, it's been in the beginning stages. It was a bit rough. I'll say the
Well,
first.
you probably didn't have a book for that.
Yeah, for the first two, because we had everybody calling and ordering, so that was not a good idea in the beginning. You come in and you have 75 messages, and after you finish taking those messages, another 75 will be waiting for you. So we came up with a menu system, and it's been working
Yeah, it's
great ever since that.
It's amazing.
So it's we have like a production line going back there. If you ever
Yeah, we did one of our first
Okay, yeah.
shows there.
Good.
And I was thinking then that was very early, well, 2 or 3 months into
Yes.
that system, and it was just incredibly.
Yeah, the system it's worked perfectly. We get the menus in now. We give them out on Wednesdays, get them all back by Friday, and wait staff members are writing each day down, and so everything is precise to each day. So everything's been going
Well,
well.
it sounds like it was both good training from other times that you knew you had to have a system, but also the kind of flexibility and enthusiasm that the staff seems to have for doing their job.
Yes. Like I said before, we Ed Chapman and always drilled paying attention to detail and being prepared for anything. So we've been prepared for. I think we're prepared for anything.
Right.
We've been through winter storms. We went through Sandy without any power for I think it was 7 days. So
Yeah,
and we made it through that. So I think we can make it through anything.
Right. Well, I know that I speak for everyone here that we're really grateful to have you in charge and that everything has worked so well.
Thank you.
And of course, we're looking forward to the opening when it comes. But I think we all feel really lucky that once again, people were smart well organized, and I would say cheerful.
Yes.
Everybody continued to smile. And I guess one of the things that's quite amazing is how quickly people learn our names, that your staff knows who we are.
Oh, yeah. Well, it's easier now with the menus and your name's on the menus. So that's, and it's also, I always drill that in their head. If you know a resident's name, it's always a positive, because when they feel special when they walk in the dining room and you say, "Hi, Mr. Tina, how are you today?" It's just something about that makes you feel special, and this is your home, so you need to feel special every time you walk through the door.
And, you know, I think the residents here like to also address the staff by their name.
Yes.
I ate here last night, and the person I ate with was just so conscious of who was serving, that she knew the name, and then she thanked the person as we were leaving. And I thought, what a nice relationship.
Yes.
So,
Yes, ma'am.
and I congratulate you on how well it's all gone.
Oh, thank you.
And to thank you on behalf of everybody.
Thank you. It's all a team effort. I can't take credit for it. It's
But
the whole team.
remember, you promised to make that Sierra Leone dish for us.
Okay, sure. I sure will.
And thank you so much. And we thank Abdul and cheer him on. And we all look forward to being in this room, filling it up, and seeing you here. So thank you so much for letting us get to know you today.
Thank you, and thank you for having me.
Okay. And stay prepared. We'll be on again sometime in a week. But today, we're happy to be in the dining room with Abdul Cole.